Echoes of color.
It's oftentimes we talk about the difference in individuals, but it's not so often we acknowledge and accept the visibility when it comes to play in reality. Today we're going to be talking about trans representation and transgender persons in Nigeria holistically, dissecting issues to do with their representation through media and how living within the space that ostracizes you on a daily basis is like. With me, I have two gorgeous women who are here to talk about these realities and their lived experiences to us here today on Echoes of Color. I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss a single bit of this conversation as I introduce them right now. Ladies and gentlemen, she's one of the most top influencers online. She's a trans woman who has not been afraid of showing herself and, expressing herself in her true authentic self. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Beauty Lord.
Yeah.
Up next, we have another gorgeous girl. I like her name. It sounds like a mermaid or something, or something brought out of like a storybook. So, ladies and gentlemen, Aquafina is a human rights activist. She's worked within the NGO space in different capacities and continues to, express herself via our social media content. Aquafina, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right. How are you ladies doing today?
You're fine.
Yay! Oh my God, it feels like as if I'm at a pageant or something of sorts.
Right.
You are so gorgeous and your dresses are like stunning. Oh my God.
You look good, sir.
I do. Are you sure? I was going to say maybe after we finish, I can switch those things to yes. All right, so let's get down to the crux of the matter. How has it been? I mean, social media these days has been a way for people to massively, express themselves. But people often take other people's personnel, meaning men dress up like women, women dress up like men, give different representation. But both of you are social media influencers, you are content creators, and you are not afraid to express yourself within spaces. How is that like you living your truth in the media space?
Well, it's actually not easy, and it's actually the truth about me. So I don't know if I should generalize it. I'll stop myself.
Talk for yourself and generalize. All is accepted.
So I feel like living in my truth has actually helped me a lot because I feel like they know me for who I am. They've been seeing me doing this. It's not like I copied it from somewhere or I'm like mimicking it or something. It comes naturally. So it makes me feel really okay. I can do whatever I want to do. But doesn't mean I'm going to like cross my boundaries because of my family and the society I find myself. But living in my truth actually has helped me. So I actually know where to go to, people to meet. If I'm going to be there, even though I'm there, I'll know what to say. You know, in essence, that's helped me to know where, yeah, actually, like where I'm going to be, and also meet people that truly loves me for who I am.
Yes, that's amazing, and we're going to come back to that in a bit. Akafino, do you want to share the same response to the question?
Yeah, definitely. I would like to share my personal experience based on the way I was when I was growing up from families. I got to meet friends, and getting into social media was like a big platform for me to like really express how I feel without fear or discrimination from anybody close or near. So I just feel like it's has really made a good impact for the transgender personalities and the other key populations out there. So I think that is good.
So we talk about love and acceptance. Both of you have mentioned people who have accepted you just by you being your authentic self. How has that been in the opposite? And before we go to the opposites, let's talk about the loved ones. Within your family dynamics, do both of you now, do your families know that you provide content like this?
Yeah, they know. Like my siblings know very well that this is what I do. And
Is it that they know that this is what you do because it is for content, or this is what you do because it's who you are?
I certainly don't know because I don't know what is in your mind actually, but for me, I feel like they're seeing it as something I've been doing.
Yeah, so it's not a
So
new
it comes
thing.
effortless.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not something new to them because I've been doing it since when I was small. You get, because they don't even tell me when he was small he does this. So I think that's what he has been doing. So let him do it.
So it's nothing new to them. So they don't, the lines are already blurred.
Actually, but But like this, like tell me, this thing you're doing, people do tell us this, people do tell us this. So we keep explaining to them that this is what you do. So it doesn't mean I should now cross
Down.
boundary you get. So that has made me to be very careful with what I'm doing. So it will not affect them.
Okay.
Get?
So when you say boundaries, 1 minute, Aqua, when you say boundaries, what kind of boundaries are you not meant to cross that would offend people or your family?
Okay. Based on content aspects, doing some kind of love affairs with with a guy and posting it out there is going to make people to question them. But for me, I own an explanation, but for them, they'll have to answer the questions. And also taking some kind of pictures that's going to make people question them as well, like all those kind of boundaries. So I used to be very mindful. So they will not start questioning them.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's about
you're such a cultured girl. All right, Aqua, you're next.
Well, my story was different because up to date, I don't think my family really know my identity. And it's not like I didn't want to tell, but there are like families where, you have somebody that is quite close to you and you want to share experiences with as what you go through as an individual, but people see you, the society see you in a different way. So the stigma and discrimination from the family background was not really fitting in for me. At some stage, I broke down. I was out of contact. I didn't do anything. I was like, no way. I could not handle
You've had it, yes.
Yeah. So I'm kind of happy right now because I kept them from what I feel like they have gotten knowledge from the wrong places, like from the internet, like you say. So I don't want them to get to those because I feel like they are too judgmental for that. And they are not yet ready to know about me. So I just give it away.
Okay, so what if they found out? What would you do?
At this stage of my I don't know, but I think
What if you just got a call today and say, and they called you by your name?
my
I'm like,
sister has
what's going on?
My sister literally called me one particular time and she was like, "Oh, I saw a video that somebody looks like you and I'm going to show your mom."
My iPhone 10. Since the days of university. Fresh one, since the days of university.
I swear. And it was difficult because I have to defend. I was like, "Mom, have you ever seen me like this before?" And she was like, "No, it's somebody else."
Ooh.
They're that, like, the
Oh
shoe.
my god.
So,
Until this, she believes that.
yes, she does.
Okay, so, but subsequently after this show, and they get to watch this particular episode, and they call you and be like, is that not you we saw on TV? What would you say the nicest?
Now it's time for education. Yeah.
Yes, teachable moments, right?
Yes,
Great.
like, we need to come to some terms and conditions and like, because now I can like say, okay, with this platform we are like not only preparing for the future but helping the upcoming generations to like see the light and stop the perspective of how people see us outside the social media, forgetting that he's or she's a trans person and he's not human or something like that. So
Great.
for me.
So now let's go to the other side. I don't want to use the word negative, but we say let's go to the other side. How has safety been for you? Because, like we always say, not everybody will like you. It's not everybody you will like. But then we all understand that where one's right starts or ends is where the other person's own ends or starts. So has it been just trying to navigate safety? Have you had people slide into your DM to threaten your life? Have you had situations whereby you're on the road, even you're not even in your true self, and people still come to you and say, you know, be they dress like woman, if I sound you, that kind of thing. How has that been? How has navigating safety in Nigeria been for you?
So yeah, I've actually experienced that when I was still growing up. So I think when that happened, I was able to amend my ways by I used to be very careful of the places I go to because of my identity, because I don't like explaining too much. I just believe as I'm coming to this place, you should know me. Don't I think of whatever I'm doing, just say, okay, yes, this is how it is. So I try by all means not to put myself in that space where they'll start pressuring me because it will not start bringing bullies. They might start saying, why ain't they like that? Hey, who goes to more for this, all those kind of things. And I find it really embarrassing. So I try by all means not to go to such places. So I would say my safety is actually
I'm not really like a big deal.
yes for me, because I can't see fire and put myself inside. So I'm always on my lane. Before going out, I really want to know how that place is. anything that is going to make me feel like it's not going to say, I will not go.
Or maybe
You get so, but whenever I just find myself there unconsciously, or probably I'm not like ready to be here, I'll have to be very, very. I don't know if I've myself or masculine. Yeah, I just know. So I'll just be me. You get so, yeah, I feel so. And sorry, and most times I don't really get that because they might just see me as a girl already because of my face. You get so I just say, auntie, how are you? Auntie, what you want? I'll just leave it like that. It's only when I say no, it not be auntie now. Guy, that is everything to us. I'm like, hi. So who asks you? Because this thing just not go long and I got to attach it. So that's just it. I just try to almost about my way.
gorgeous. Aqua.
Oh well, I don't find myself in such situations because I'm like exposed to some certain extent where I know that okay, I know places I can go to. Like she said, they have boundaries to everything. So I know the kind of circles I keep. Small circles. I need people that work with me with good mindset, people that are acceptable, even if you're not doing anything sexually with the community. So that is how I roll with my kind of people.
Correct.
So we'll be like online or if not really coming to it. But we
You are about rest, what's about online, right?
yes, and threats. Yeah, there's threats. They do. Like we do IT today. I still have somebody that is sending me text messages, but with an unknown number. I don't
You remember that
happen.
like experience and online threats for real, but those ones I don't see them as threats. I see them as they will not. But look at me, it takes like 4 years, and where's the threat? So I feel like just try to like put a save among the comment section. I just believe, but on my DM I barely see that.
great. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. I'm still talking with Aquafina and Beauty. Now, Beauty and Aquafina, I'm sure you are part of the people who got the shocking information about the executive order to freeze funding from different countries and also to end the gender equality and diversity program that exists within the space, which invariably means that any kind of inclusive programming must be expunged, or rather put on hold at this point in time, meaning you cannot identify as transgender with any community-based service providing organization in terms of accessing sexual health and reproductive services. How does that, because it has two or more effects. One is at the community level, another is at the organizational level. I know personally at an organizational level, it is working hard for these organizations to be able to provide services while these individuals come as their authentic self. Because if you say you want to identify as a trans person, the funding cycle, the funding parameters does not allow you. So it's either you're identifying as your real self, giving your real name at birth, or it's nothing else. I know that's hard for organizations because it also comes with stopping certain programs, organizations having to close down. How is that, as representatives or part of the community, how is that affecting you as a trans woman who you have been regarded as invalid, not to be seen, because we were striving for you guys to be seen? Now they don't even want to see you again. How do you feel about that?
So I feel like I'll find it really disrespectful, but based on the whole rule and the whole thing that is actually happening, and for my safety, as my health safety or whatever that's taking me there and that I really want, I think I'll just have to like do whatever they say we should do just to get it. Because I'm not going to remain there. I'm just going there and I will leave.
Yes.
So that's more my safe
It
place.
doesn't, yes.
It's just for the moment.
For a
So
moment.
if it means for me to just wear my cap, trouser, have everything big, no problem. I will drive in there and I will get what I want to get and I will leave and I'll come back and live my life.
And go put on your weave and shit. They're like, I caught up on your car with your pets. How about you, Aqua?
For mine, it's a full-time disaster because it took the US funding to come this far to recognize trans in a very short period of time, even to the sexual aspect and into the human rights aspect, to make the general population here and see our voices, but it's not helping the situation because we have so many lives when it comes to the medical aspects. So many people on drugs, so many people on PrEP. There's going to be a lot of opportunistic infections, and oh my god, I can't really imagine. It's going to be like a total
Mess.
mess, like
Gory.
so. I think, like she said, if it takes you to conform yourself to another gender, what does it take you to still stay on that lane of survival?
Just for survival.
So it's a go.
Wow. Now, when we talk about media representation, we see a lot of people on television these days providing different roles and characters and using different means to achieve whatever goal to attract traction to their business. So now you see Nollywood, they do all these films. Which film can I even reference right now? Because I know I've watched quite a few. I think there was one which Jumbo did where she played a lesbian woman within the space of her colleagues. Do you think you've ever seen in a Nigerian space where they showed a trans person where and the person actually identifies as trans person? Because these days it's easy to see people who are seemingly gay who might seemingly play characters that are gay. Like there's this character in what's it called it? Jennifer, that guy that
Okay, James.
James, you know, they didn't particularly say he's gay, but he was effeminate in nature. And they made the character so divergent and so ambiguous in nature enough for people to like that character as a feminine character, despite the fact it was coming from a man. Now that is okay for a feminine presenting boy or a girl or a boy who is seen as to be effeminate in nature to say, oh, that's actually being, I kind of look like that person is being like me, which shows some form of representation. Because in America, we always talk about representation to do with black persons and media, how they need to show more black culture, more representation, pay black people better money. So here in Nigeria, with all these our Nollywood films, I Will Take My Arts, I Will Revenge, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Do you ever see any form of trans representation? And if you do they do it well?
I've never seen, or probably they will be hiding them somewhere. You know, maybe there are some that do the story,
They give them very tiny spaces.
you know, maybe to do the write-ups. But I think I do see them as makeup artists, you know,
Which is behind the camera.
actually.
So I feel like we are born with the LGBT color alone is born with a lot of creativities. Most of us are always being used for our creativity to get financial stability for other people at the top because we are in silence in the middle.
So in essence,
So in the essence, it's few. It's not like every.
So visibility is kind of being stifled.
Yeah.
And people don't get the opportunity.
Sometimes they own up to it. They feel like, fuck you, this is my work. I'm creative.
I feel like it's just
Square.
stubborn ones that will just like to put their seven and I'm clapping because it's not easy. It's not. You just have to push, you know. And most times if you give up, you'll just go back to zero.
Yes.
But if you keep pushing, you definitely get it. But it's going to take a long while.
Yes. So let me just dive into a little bit into love and relationship and life. That's terrible. I think you here. So when we talk about double jeopardy means when you are being tried or in trouble for the same issue that you've already been punished for in the last time. And this will not be direct in the context because queer persons are human beings as well, so we also deserve their peaceful enjoyment of space, dignity, life support, and everything to do with everything on earth through government policies and, you know, provisions made to benefit thereof. But they also face the issue of being gay and not easily finding love within the space. Yeah. Now imagine being trans within a space like that. That means illegality upon illegality in their mind. So how does
I can imagine that really.
Because I mean, let's say this is one layer, this is another layer, and you're like sitting right on top of that, like touches layer. So how does that feel for you? How do you navigate love? I'm sure we know we're talking about the kind of love that you get online. Do you get fans, people who show genuine love? Yeah. You in that same process find persons who come and say, oh, you're beautiful, I acknowledge you. I think I've valued in all space and I actually want to be with you. Do you Do you reciprocate those kind of gestures?
Not in this Nigeria. Not in this country. Why would you?
Really.
I
The truth is, they are there, but they might be in love now. Tomorrow they'll disappear.
Ooh.
Yes.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I'm not gonna say. So I feel like they are there. They are. It takes the few. It takes the few to really keep people, hiding me, keeping me somewhere because of this.
And that's not love.
And then you're going out there having fun, and most times they might do their shit and come back and come and meet you. So it makes me feel like where's the love? Like, what are you doing? So
Let's say there's love.
I don't think so, because there's no like I said, I'm sorry to say, the news out there is way different from what we see. Now people have this perspective, especially from the heterosexual world, where they fantasize just to have a transgender and still want to build up a home for themselves. Now they don't want to, like you said, they don't want to bring you out there because of the bad informations that have been out already.
They already
Without knowing you. It's not like they are not in love with you. They are in love with you in their heart, but not in public spaces, not in anything anyone can see them.
But where is the
good night?
but I've not to say the love.
The love is not there.
To love me for who I am.
Yeah,
And not hide me.
I just feel like the
Show me off.
I'm really
Show me to the world.
bad. It's really bad, and funny enough, trans girls has a lot of, because of our estrogens, and it kind of make you have a lot of feelings and emotions in you.
Okay, great. I mean, we've had a lot to talk about, and I would like to start or touch on conversations to do with resilience. I know we touched about it earlier on, but that's at a personal level. Now let's bring it to a generalized level, not just about you, but about other trans women within the space, about organizations that are providing services. What do you think as a collective that we can do, despite all of this information about seizing and halting identities and stuff like that, GED projects and stuff like that? What do you think as a collective we can do to help the trans community not only be seen, but also be protected? Like for you now, Beauty, you get at least 13,000 views on your page per a single video. Have you ever for once thought about talking about trans rights to those number of persons? And or rather, let me ask this, have you ever had a time when you spoke about trans issues on your page and they didn't get so much likes?
Basically not trans. I was talking about effeminate men. Yeah, so I had a lot of people in my DM thanking me.
Oh wow.
Up till now that so many have never replied. So I felt really touched. And I really wish I had that space to talk about, to tell these people. I didn't want to tell them. But that's like the only opportunity I had. So I tried my best and they actually appreciated it. So I was like, at the end of the video, if you like it, like and share. The like and share was much. So I've not had that time again to sit and talk about it. So I feel like I've given them once. So I think I've had time
But would it be something you'd be interested in doing?
to talk about.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
Out of experience.
Aqua, what about you? At the other experience.
There. Although on my page I tell stories I interpret stories with my art and on ways of how transitioning is. Sometimes I work in a very big NGO space, the Initiative Center for Health and Rights, ICA, and I've touched a lot of souls when it comes to health issues, mental issues, and the rest. This is the best offer they could give you. So I feel like I want to start a show on my own where I can have like people talk behind the scene, if not being comfortable to see visibly, sorry. So I just want to do that and keep it on a low to just see how the progress, if it's going to turn to a real big thing. So in the nearest future, I think I have done something like that, actually installed some.
So basically, you're talking about advocacy projects that promote, show the lived realities of persons, of trans persons in Nigeria. Thank you, ladies. There you have it. We've talked about so many instances to do with trans persons in the Nigerian space, the context of resilience, context of acceptance, concept of violence and hate, and concept of advocacy for the community that has been dealt a hard blow since January. Well, it has always been amazing here. My name is Abba Miaka, and you're watching Echoes of Color.
Echoes of Color.